Y'all come on in. Let's talk for a little while. It's like I always got something else to do when I come on, but it's okay because it takes y'all a few minutes to get in anyway. I see you coming. We got a great topic of conversation this morning. Okay, I got my coffee, got my water, got everything I need. Good morning. Happy Saturday, people. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Got up and got dressed. I'm going to be working today. Me and Miss Margaret going to clean rugs if it's not too cold for her. That's the plan. Go into her house and we're going to clean some rugs outside. She said be there between 11 and 12. And I'm going to take all my Christmas stuff down there and put it in the storage. So that's today. So I got up early this morning. I said, well, let me come on out here and talk to y'all this morning about some things that was on my mind. Nobody ain't told me what they want to talk about, and when they don't, I talk about what I want to talk about. That's how it's going down. I see y'all coming in. This morning, I want to talk about energy vampires because of some things that has happened to me this past year, and I think I was truly being tested by God to see how much faith in Him I really had. It was definitely draining. I would be lying if I didn't tell you the truth that yes, people can definitely be energy drainers. But it's something you got to recognize and realize that once you see what's happening, what's going on, because it may take you a while, because you're not paying that or no attention. You're living your life. You're moving on about what you got to do in life. But once you realize what's really going on, you recognize that there's a problem. Evaluate the problem and evacuate from the problem. Some people are just toxic people. They've lived their whole entire life being manipulators. And they will take that negative energy that they have and drain the positive energy out of you. You have got to learn how to walk away and don't look back. Why would you take the time and the energy to look back if it wasn't right in the beginning? That's a sign of going backwards to me. To go back to something that you saw was wrong and you go back to it again, what's to say that it's not going to happen again? It's too many people in the world for you to stop right there and go on about your business and find somebody else you have more in common, you'll have less problems with, people who can accept you for who you are and not try to bring you down to where they are. Be careful of that. They will compare their energy to you. It's a pattern that they have. If you have had somebody in your life like this, whether it was in a relationship, whether it was in a friendship or family, family can be your worst enemies, your worst nightmares, because the design of the family in the beginning by God, when He put Adam and Eve here to multiply, it was never designed to be the way it is now. So understand that there are manipulators within your own family. I'm not going to tell you what to do. because I don't know you and I don't know your family, but I'm going to tell you this much. Don't let them even drain the life out of you, because they will. Don't talk about your problems, no matter how minute or how big they may be, with people you don't really know. Because in the end, that can destroy you with them. They manipulators. They only came into your life to drain the life out of you and see what they could get from you, find out what's going on in your world, and from there, they move on. They find another host to attach themselves to. They always are constantly complaining about something. They never talk about their problems. They drill into your life to see what your problems are. If you're a happy-go-lucky person, you always smiling, you at peace, you happy, no matter what the weather, they are going to attach to you because they want to be in that place where you are. Be mindful of the people you allow to come into your space. We talked about boundaries. Set some boundaries for yourself. Now, I listen to other channels whenever I have time, and to the younger content creators. They're going to go back and forth with you because that's where they are in life. Nobody wants you lying on them. Nobody wants you talking about them. But there's just certain people in the world that don't have content. They can't talk about nothing in their life because they don't have any life experiences. They haven't done anything. They haven't been anywhere. They haven't connected with the right people, even if they don't have anything. Well, the people who do have something would allow them to share in their space. As you get older, you see life totally different. You've already been out there in the world. You've enjoyed your life in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, 60s for me. So I don't see life like a lot of people that are younger. I see where they may be going wrong, or I see where you shouldn't have done that, shouldn't have said that. It's going to come back to bite you. But they got to learn too. Just like I had to learn. I had nobody to teach me anything. I had to teach myself. I had to make my own mistakes and I had to correct them. There are people that will make mistakes, won't take accountability for their mistakes, and they want you to walk in and fix it. I ain't Jesus. And it's just some things in life can't be fixed by nobody but you. You made the mistake. Take accountability of the mistake and fix the problem. If it's above your head where you can't fix it, that's where you better have some God in your heart where you can take it to Him and leave that burden with Him. And be patient because it'll all work out in time. There's nothing, as I look back on my life, that was so bad that it didn't work out. I think looking back over my life, probably getting a divorce was the most crucial thing that I've ever faced in my life because I generally like people. I get along with people. I don't have problems with people. And when I realized it was time to separate and move on, this is not what you want. You're not happy here. It doesn't matter what you've accumulated. At this point, you got to make a decision in your life. And you have a child also. So you're not going out there this time single just to mingle. You have a responsibility. You created it. You brought it here. You can't depend on nobody but you. Hopefully, the father will be there, which he was. And hopefully, you'll find somebody else, which will eliminate all of the problems that you had in the past, which it did. But it takes a while Because first of all, I think people jump in and out of relationships too quickly. And that's how a lot of these manipulators attach to you, and they bring more problems into your life than you would have been better off if you had never met them. Those people, the manipulators, the energy vampires, they're never going to be satisfied. I don't care what you do for them, they ain't going to be satisfied. And enough is never enough. You have got to realize when you've done all you can do or all you want to do, you don't have to say nothing to them. It hurts them worse when you walk away from them and you don't say nothing and they don't even realize you gone. I'm good at that. I'm good at walking away and not saying anything. Ain't nothing to say. You ain't stupid. You know exactly what you did to make me walk away. And if you had really wanted me in your life, you wouldn't try to manipulate me. You would have stopped for a minute. You would have understood my personality, who I am, what I stand for, my character, and my demeanor. You thought you knew, and it backfired on you. It's your fault, not mine. No matter how much time and patience you put into any type of relationship, you've got to know when to walk. And let's talk. Because pretty much you've already talked about everything. And if nothing is changing, why are you still there? Apparently you like what's going on and you ain't leaving. Nothing's holding you back but you. These people contribute absolutely nothing to your emotional and physical being. They just sit there and drain the life out of you. They show no genuine interest in you whatsoever. Now, they're not going to come out in the beginning like that. When they emotionally attach themselves to you, they're coming with, they love you, they're kind, they try to show that their empathy to you, their sympathy to you. It's when you start seeing a pattern of change. When they no longer call you no more. When they no longer are attached to you anymore. You the worst thing since sliced bread. You are awful. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. They start comparing their lives to you. Well, there's really no comparison. They were a leech to you. You were the host to them. You were giving them. They wasn't giving you nothing. They are energy drainers. They are energy vampires. They have no emotional outlet but to you, because they see how you're handling your life and how you're moving about in your life and how life is not holding you down. You steady elevating, you steady moving on, no matter what the weather. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days, but you're not going to let nothing get you down. Because you got that much faith. Just the little faith the size of a mustard seed is all you need to know. Every day ain't going to be a good day, but every day ain't going to be a bad day either. Don't stress. Don't worry. It ain't worth the stress and the worry. It's not going to solve anything. It's not going to change anything. Only you can change it. How you going to go about changing it? It's up to you. Just know that they will shift their burden onto you. Their burden. Now, my back ain't strong enough to carry my burdens and their burdens too. If we go all the way back to the cross, did nobody help him carry that cross up that hill? Nobody. So if he had to bear his burdens, then why should I? And why should you? Why do you need to attach yourself to me to make your life better or make you feel better? I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm already gone. I'm pretty sharp. I got great discernment. And when I see something ain't right, I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all will see that out here. I just emotionally detach myself from you if I'm attached in any way. And I keep it moving. I ain't got nothing good to say. I ain't got nothing bad to say. I ain't got nothing to say at all. I'm moving on with something bigger and better. That's what you should do too. Don't let people shift their burdens on you. Telling you, you'll be down. They'll have you so depressed or so full of anxiety, you won't know which way to go, left, right, forward, or backwards. Because you don't have a life anymore. Your life has become their life because they've thrown everything in your lap for you to fix their life. I ain't gonna be able to do it because I don't want to. That's not my job. That's not my purpose for being here. Sorry you thought that way, but no. Nobody can deplete you unless you allow them to. They want you to carry their burdens. It's up to you. If you feel like that's what you want to do it. Ain't nothing good gonna come out in the end. Not for you. They gonna be better off for the while they were attached to you. But you ain't gonna never be nothing after the detachment from them. You ain't gonna never be nothing. Then they gonna come out and they gonna tell the world. But that tells you something right there. You were never nothing from the beginning. They attached themselves to you for a reason. Now they're telling you you never were nothing. That's when it's gonna hurt because you didn't see it and you didn't walk away from it. They want you in their life for a reason. Protect your energy and your time. That's the two most important factors in life. It's energy and time and your health. Without those three things, forget the money. People concentrate too much on wealth and not health. Health is way more important than wealth because without your health, wealth ain't no good. What you gonna do with it? Sit there and think about it? Let go of energy vampires. It's okay to move away from people who drain the life out of you. Why would you want to stick around? They're manipulators. They've been doing this for years. They're very good at it. You don't know nothing about it because that's not who you are. But once you realize what they're doing, you pass the test. Because you can step away from them. They're going to steady be trying to hold on to you. They're like a mosquito, or ant, or some little nuisance that God created for us. Flies. They just keep coming. Just keep coming. You smack them. You spray them. They just keep coming back. Eventually they'll stop. When they see they cannot manipulate you anymore, they're going to stop. They're going to find a new host and they're going to attach themselves to them. And they're going to move off into their life and do the same thing. But this time, they've learned a little bit. They've educated themselves. They've studied that person's personality. Oh, she's real nice. Oh, she's real loving. Oh, she's real kind. And they'll go find another one just like you. Be aware. When the manipulators get through draining the life out of you, they create an illusion of kindness. They use tactics to push their needs and their desires upon you. The need for your presence in their life is the illusion that they are creating to manipulate you. Everything is good. And everything they're saying about you in the beginning. But how can you sit there and you allow this to happen and they telling you all this good stuff about you. And then the next day when they find a new host to attach themselves to, you ain't nothing. You ain't never been nothing. They looking for all the negative stuff they can find. If they can't find nothing on you on paper, here come the lies. One by one. They're going to group in a gang and come for you. One by one. But look at who the manipulators are. They're never going to have what you have. They're never going to look as good as you look. They're never going to dress as well as you dress. They're never going to live like you live. They're not going to drive what you drive. They're not going to be in the circle of people you're in. They don't even fit. You couldn't even take them in your circle of people. They will embarrass you. They get angry when you walk away because their host is gone. They are leeches. They're bloodsuckers, sucking life out of you. When they no longer can manipulate you for their well-being, they have taken your kindness as a weakness. Their demands never end. They need you to pour their concerns on to make their miserable, unhappy life happy like yours. Recognize, people. Recognize. You're going to have people have never been to school for psychology, psychotherapy. They don't know anything about the mind itself and how the mind works. But they can come in and they can tell your story, and they can tell you are mental or you are sick. But look at their behavior. Are you bothering them? Are you talking about them? Are you saying anything about them? Do you know them? Do they know you? But they got to drop their opinion in about you. You don't know nothing about them. You don't know if they just left the crazy house or not. You don't know if they need to be in there. You have no clue. None whatsoever. You know they got problems because of what they're saying. They have deep-seated issues that they haven't faced. And you going to sit there and listen to them and what they say. They're naysayers. Be aware. Their cup is never full. They're looking for you to fill up their cup. It ain't even half full. All they got is the cup. They probably got the cup from somebody else for you to put something in the cup, and the cup just keeps on going. Round and round in circles until they get it full. But they still ain't going to be satisfied when the cup gets full. Their cup is empty. The cup is their mind, their body, their soul, and their spirit. It's empty. It is important as you age to set boundaries for people. You see trolls coming in here all the time. They don't know me. They don't know nothing about me. But they have an opinion of me. Do I have an opinion of them? Yeah. You don't have a life. You don't have an understanding of life. You ain't accomplished much in life. Because if you did, you'd understand where I am and where I'm going. You'd understand where I've been. Not my fault. Sorry you feel that way. Try again another day. Because day ain't looking too good for you. Tomorrow ain't going to be looking even as good as today. As you age, you need less people in your life. The more people you have in your life, the more problems you're going to have in your life. You have enough problems every day of your own, just with the aging process. Your body is getting older. It's wearing out. Your mind. You have the same amount of responsibilities as you did when you were younger, maybe more. I had somebody to share the responsibilities with when I was younger. I had a family. I don't have that now. So I don't have time to bear your burdens because I got my own. And I don't need you to bear mine because I'm a big girl and I can take care of my own. And when I can't, I prepare for that day also. Stop wasting time with people because you don't need them. If they gravitate to you, hurry up and see why they gravitating to you. Because you don't have as much time left as you used to. It's important to set boundaries for your peace of mind and your happiness. Don't let nobody who don't know you tell you nothing. How they gonna tell you something about you? They ain't never been around you. They don't know your story. They got their own made up stories and opinions in their mind. Don't mean it's true. Make them prove it. You said it. Prove it. When the energy vampires attach to you, they try to find out as much about you as they can. Just the negative stuff. They don't want to hear the positive stuff. They don't want to hear that you well traveled. They don't want to hear that you well educated. They don't want to hear nothing positive about you. Anything they have to say about you is going to be negative, toxic. That's their behavior. If you don't understand that, you're going to fall into a trap. Any traps in life are hard to get out of. It's like you got your hand in the lion's mouth and you got to wiggle it easy until you can get it out. Bite your hand off. It's pretty much what it is. And I'm going to tell you something. It does not matter whether these people are family or friends. They could have been friends for life. And something came about in their life that they can't handle. They'll still turn on you. So never get too attached to people. Attach yourself to a higher being that's going to be there to the end of time. You'll be all right. Yeah, I have people in my life, but as I've aged, a lot of people, I don't even see them no more. They're aging too. I talk to them every now and then. We're still friends, but we don't do the same things we used to do. We don't travel like we used to travel. We don't have events like we used to have. Life is different as you age and as you get older, and it should be. You've been through those years where you've partied and you've traveled and you've seen the world. That's why it's important to do it when you're young. Because as you age, that's not a big deal to you anymore. Nothing too much in life is a big deal to me anymore. I don't care about the cars and the automobiles. I've had them. I don't care too much about the houses. Only where I live. If it's clean and I got what I want in it, It doesn't matter to me whether you like it or don't like it. It ain't yours. Stay out of other people's business. You got too much in life to take care of. They will never leave you. They're like a wet sponge, and they will dry you out. You know how a sponge can just only take so much water, and it'll start dripping. But eventually, if it lays there long enough, it'll dry out. That's what they're going to do to you. The issue with these people is that they are emotionally unstable. Somebody come in here trolling in my chat, and I'm out here as a content creator bringing content, and all of a sudden they gonna tell you about me, and they never been in my presence before. We ain't never broke bread together. They're emotionally unstable people, because if they had any kind of couth about themselves at all, they'd have stayed out there in the bushes, and they would have listened, they would have formed their opinion, and they would have moved on. But when they got to come in here and they got to tell you about you, that's a emotionally unstable person. Detach yourself. That's why I have moderators. You cannot tell me anything about me if you haven't been around me, because you don't know me no more than I know you. You've let me know enough about you to know I don't even want to be around you when you make statements that you shouldn't even make. You're judgmental. That ain't your job. Your life wasn't created to come in here or come on anybody's channel and try to tell them anything about their life. If you really cared about that person, you get in contact with that person behind the scene, not on a social media platform. How do you ever expect to get anything right? Why do you think these people want you in their life anyway? I'm making it fine without you. Other people are going to make it fine without you too. Understand that. Matters not to me. I'm good. And I'm not going to come to no stranger for no help when I got people in my life who's been there all my life. I ain't never went to them. So why you think I need you? Their lives are truly messed up. And they're very, very unhappy with their life. They can't fix their own problems because their problems are complicated. They have compounded problems, problems on top of problems, layers of problems, because they didn't address the first problem over the years. Now, they sitting here middle-aged, 40 to old. They don't look back on their life. It's nothing to show for it. You just been here hosting off of other people. Now it's show and tell time. It ain't nothing to show, and it ain't nothing to tell. So let me go over there and let me pick on you. Let me bully you. Let me talk about you and deflect off of my life. Because I can't come out here like you. I can't walk through my house like you can. I don't live like you live. But I'm going to make the people think that you don't live like that when they looking at you. Make it make sense. They're pretenders, emotionally draining, and they are non-functional around you and a lot of people who are just like them. The people that attach themselves to that type of person, they share things in common. They're unhappy too. It's something in their life that makes them gravitate to that person. They know that person is lying. They know that person ain't got nothing. They know, they see it all. They hear it all. But they choose to stay because they have commonalities. When they realize you're gone, they're going to find all kind of faults in you. Not that you did anything. Not that you said anything. They're missing you. They're missing your presence. They can't face their own realities in life. So they have to move on and emotionally attach themselves to somebody else. They will never stand alone. They will always have to have somebody around them in their circle. They know they can't get to you. So let me bring this one out. Let me bring that one out and see if they can get to you. Won't work it. It will not work. They will take you down with manipulation to try to control your mind, your body, and your spirit. People don't allow that to happen to you. You got to be a very strong and a tough person. You can come out here with all the cussing and the hell raising you want to. It ain't going to change a thing because they in your head then. Keep them out your head. They need you to boost their morale while you really don't have time for them. The more you give, the more they want from you. They're never satisfied. Okay? So, they require your time. They require your energy and your patience. You got to be patient with these people. If you let them stay in your world, you got to set boundaries for these people. They're leeches. They're bloodsuckers. They're sucking the life out of you. They're going to go behind closed doors and say things about you. They ain't got to prove it because they got the same people around them that's just like them. They ain't going to ask for no proof. They ain't going to ask, how do you know? Were you there? They will publicly try to embarrass you, humiliate you. You have to take control over that with how you respond to that. They're constantly watching you. You ain't thinking about them. You ain't watching them, but they watching you. For every little dotted I and for every T that ain't crossed, they watching you. And they always doing little stuff to try to get into your world and hurt you and bring you down because they don't know how to come to you and ask you, how can I get out of my situation? How do you do it? How do you get up happy every day with a smile on your face? How do you live like you live? Because it's me, myself, and I first. That's how. Everybody else comes behind me. And that's the way it should be as you aging. Because you've lost most of the people in your life. Once you get past 50, they start leaving you. And you got to be that older person then that the younger generation is looking up to. Do they want to be like you? Do they want to pattern their life like you? Do they see happiness in you? Do they see where you are emotionally draining? That you a worrywart? You always negative? You always hell raising, cussing and fussing? Ain't nothing never right? The other people are always wrong? So that means you got to be always right? You ain't never made a mistake? That's the people who've made the most. They ain't going to take no accountability for that problem either. None. Know that. They ain't going to never come out here and tell you not one mistake they've ever made. They will come out here and tell you the mistakes, but won't own up to they should have done something different. And they're miserable. And it ain't nothing worse than a miserable old ass person. Just grouchy and irritable. Not me. I don't have time for that. Always remember that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. People want to use that to their advantage. When a weapon is formed against them, you hear them hollering. But look at all the weapons they formed against other people. They'll lie on you to manipulate you. The lies come from trying to control you or trying to get you back into their circle. It doesn't matter. They broke one of the 10 commandments. You didn't. You know it's a lie. You know they can't prove it. So what do? Do you stay there and go back and forth with them? No, I told you a long time ago, I ain't no back and forth kind of person. Why I want to go back and forth with somebody I don't even want in my life? I'm going to make it make sense to you. When you stop to observe who these manipulators are, who these energy vampires are, they are surrounded with manipulators. They all think alike. They all have issues. And they all know each other's issues. So they boost each other's morale against you. Are they successful? Only if you allow them to be. Only if you listen to it and let it worry you. I try not to worry about anything. It doesn't solve anything. And it doesn't change anything. So if I'm going to use that time and that energy, it's going to be something that's going to elevate me. Something that's going to make me a better person today than I was yesterday. For my own sake and my own well-being. Sooner or later, what's done in the dark will come to the light. And people will see. If they got good sense and they emotionally stable people. If they don't see, because they don't want to see. They want to be just like the host that they're hosting from. The manipulators have to have a host. And then they have to go get followers that think like they think. And they host off of each other. And they always drained. And they always sad, lonely. They don't really have real friends. They just have a lot of people around them like them. And they don't even trust each other. Because they know what was said behind closed doors. They know. Some will detach and move on because they see where they're going. They look back a year later and they say, I ain't got nothing out of this. It was a waste of my time. I have not learned one thing from you. I've given to you, but you ain't gave me nothing. I didn't even get good advice from you. The advice I got from you is what I don't want to do. I've already done, and I know it ain't right. So, there it is, folks. Don't give him your time. Don't give him the time of day. What time is it? I don't know. Don't even stop to look. That's a waste of time. Ignore. Act like you don't hear it. Because you need to have your mind focused on you. What you got to do. Where you got to go. What time you got to be there. Who you need to be with. That's going to make your life better. These people are not in it to make your life better. They're in it to make your life worse than what it is. They see how you are. They see how you live it. They see you don't have the problems they have. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the trap. It's a trap set for you. No matter what the weather, keep your peace of mind. With a peace of mind, you can go far, far in life. They want to control you. And they'll go to whatever depths they can to do that. They will compare their lives to yours. It's no comparison. When you got a peace of mind right there and they don't, it ain't no comparison right there. We ain't even got to talk about the material things of life. We talking about a peace of mind. We talking about happiness. They're miserable. They're lonely. They're sad. They're lacking. Ain't much you can do to help that person because they haven't helped themselves. Is it too late? No. But they got to change who they are in order to get to where they trying to go. We all walking a different journey out here in life. My journey ain't your journey. My walk ain't your walk. Everybody has their own journey and their own walk. We may even walk together for a while, but at some point in the road, I might have to go left. You might have to go right. Ain't no love lost. It was nice meeting you on this journey, but I got to keep on moving on mine. I'm not going down there right with you when I don't even know where you going or why you going. It's not my purpose. I got to go on mine. Maybe we can meet up again somewhere else down the line because there was no love lost. You went with your life and I went with mine. I have friends like that. That we didn't see each other in 20 years or we haven't seen each other in 30 years. Maybe we've seen each other at class reunions or family functions or whatever. Don't mean we don't like each other. We may even love each other. But they had to live their life. What was going on in their life didn't have nothing to do with my life, and vice versa. Don't worry about people ganging up on you. If they not physically doing anything to hurt you, if they not taking any money out of your pocket, how are they hurting you? Why do you care what they say? That's draining, and they know it's draining. When they talk about you from head to foot and everything about you and around you, they know that can be mentally draining to a weak-minded person. But to a strong person, it's like, if you don't get away from me and go get a life worth living, because you just waking up every day, miserable, mad, sad, unhappy. I don't want to wake up like you. I don't want to be you. I don't want to be around you. What else do I have to say? I'm good. I'm good. Right here in my own home. If I choose not even to go out my house some days, I'm good up in here. Why? It's peaceful. I'm happy. I ain't got nothing to be sad about. I'm healthy. God is good. All right. I could go on and on and on. So maybe I'll come back later with the content. But I want to get into the chat and see what y'all got to say. Speak to y'all. Give me a minute. Y'all been really talking here. What's up, Chase? Good morning. How you doing, Miss Betty here? And how are you? I'm good, Chase. Come on over. Come on in. There you go. Invite them in. Hello, Calvin. How you doing this morning? Princess is in the building. Hi, Miss Audrey. Thank you for coming in modding for me this morning. Hey, my Carla. Miss Jackie Johnson. Thank you for modding. Gosh, I needed to hear this. I try to bring messages to people every day that are younger to me. Most of the people I'm talking to are younger. They haven't experienced the stuff that I've experienced, Chase, and I know this. And like I always tell you, if I can keep you from hitting a roadblock, a stumbling block that maybe I hit or maybe I came close to hitting and I escaped it, why would I want you to do that too? That's an evil person to let somebody just go through life and maybe they didn't want your advice. I don't know. When I'm talking to that particular person, if they shun me off and they act like, ma'am, I don't want to hear what you got to say, I ain't got to tell you either. I know how to keep it moving. It ain't going to bother me one way or the other. It's you in trouble. It ain't me in trouble. It's the way it is. Yeah, they're parasites, Chase. And that's what parasites do. They live off of you. Hey, Pierre. Good morning, Brittany. Bama. Good morning. I'm not happy, but I still be smiling. Happiness is a choice. You can be happy or you can be sad. Whatever you're unhappy about, change it. Only you can do it. That's all I can tell you, Anthony. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Miss Betty says this is a great topic. I brought so many topics out here in the 2 years. I really have to stop and think now. Oh, wait, we can't talk about that because we already talked about that. And then sometimes I have to go down my timeline from last year. We've already talked about boundaries, but you can never talk about them enough. Some things I have to rehash again. Maybe the same crowd of people weren't in here last year that's in here this year. So it's all good. We're chatting. Hey Justin, my mom told me to fly with the eagles, not the buzzards. She told you right, Justin? Buzzards live off of other people. They eat dead stuff. Why would you want to fly with them? You can soar like an eagle. They do great things. They fly high. They're big birds, but yet they're very graceful in the sky. And they go down and they do great things. They don't eat dead stuff just like buzzards do. It could be something out there in the road, been out there for days, and they just eat it. I don't know what kind of digestive system God gave them, but I would never want to fly with a buzzard. I said, excuse me, Mom, but she's right. See, a lot of things your parents tell you when you're younger, you don't get it. A lot of things I'm recalling now, I was told as a child. It didn't make a lick of sense. One of my dad's sayings was always, you can't get blood from a turnip. And I'm like, that's stupid. I know that. That wasn't the meaning of it. I got it now, okay? You can't get it because, first of all, it ain't in there. And that's basically what he's telling you. If you want blood, don't go looking for the turnip. It's just that simple. But it made no sense as a child. Thank you for deleting the trolls out, Miss Jackie. Accountability is the biggest thing that is unheard of from the demonic spirits they have. Exactly. Nobody wants to take accountability for their actions. They want to tell about your actions. They'll even create a story about you. And they know they lied. But why did you even come over here in my presence in the beginning? When you know you had a method to your madness and you were only over here as a leech to host off of me. I'm sincere and I'm genuine and I'm honest and I'm loyal to the people I'm around. That's why they've been in my life all my life. And I don't care if it's a 30-year friend. I had to depart from a 30-year friend last year because she wouldn't take accountability for her actions when she backed into my car. That's my transportation that I'm paying for. You say you got insurance? I tried it, but it wasn't enough. So I got to use my own. Well, you're upset with me. Did I back into yours or did you back into mine? Was I the one that was going to have to go get transportation on another form of transportation? You just got to make decisions and you just got to cut it loose and you got to let it go. Because if you don't take accountability for that, I don't need to be around you. You're not the friend I thought you were. I was there for you, but you weren't there for me. Not even to take me to go get another mode of transportation from the rental car company when I needed you. I had to wait on my sister to come back from Oklahoma, her and Chocolate. On a Sunday night, I had called down to the Enterprise. They left the car on the lot and they told me where the key was. And I picked it up at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night to go to work on Monday morning. But you had all weekend and you couldn't find no time during the weekend to take me. What did that tell me? We've come to the end of the road. And I'm still smiling. No love lost. Don't care how she feels at all. No, babe. If I saw her today, hey, how you doing? If she speaks, she speak. If she don't, she don't. Matters not to me. You needed to hear this, Chase? Hopefully, it'll bless somebody. Okay, Bama's letting somebody have it. Miss P, welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. Thank you, Ms. V. I definitely need to hear this at this time. Thank you, God, for speaking through this beautiful lady. Thank you for coming over and sharing in the conversation this morning. Like, share, and subscribe. It's free. Brenda's speaking to everybody. So is Bama. And I thank you, content creators, for coming over and supporting the channel also. Bama, I'm coming to get my Scooty. He done had her in the closet again last night. I was watching her last night, Miss Audrey. She had to get up in the closet. Bama, Yo-Yo, Brittany are younger. And I can kind of see some of me in them when I was their age. You wasn't going to tell me nothing and I was going to sit there and take it from you. I've told y'all that. I am not the same person. I made a big change as I age. I didn't want to be the cussing grandma. I didn't want to be the person that you say something about me, I'm going to attack you and I'm going to attack you harder. It's no use for that. I don't have that kind of energy. I don't want to take that kind of time. I don't have patience with that kind of stuff. I just remove it. Let's go. Come on, Miss Audrey. Y'all going to get Scooty, huh? Bronco, welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. God is king. Yes, he is. You got to start believing in him, too. What's up, yo? Come on, Ms. V. Let's talk about it. Yeah, why not? A lot of people feel more comfortable coming to somebody on the outside that they trust that their instincts are correct and they're able to tell you some of the things that they've been through in life that wasn't so good. I'm that person. I can tell you about things that wasn't too good for me. I think, and I've said it before, my marriages probably were the worst thing for me because I don't think I was really the marrying kind when I got married. I was too gung-ho about accomplishments in life and what I want to achieve and where I wanted to go and how I want to get there. And they weren't where I was at that time. Not that they were bad people. They're still good people today. They just weren't for me. And I figured it out. And I was like, okay, you need to move on. They're happy. Ain't nothing wrong with them. It's you. You're not satisfied. They are providing, but they're not providing what you want. They're taking care of your needs. But since I was out there working too, it was like, okay, well, I can just go do what I want to without you. I'm not the kind that's going to sit up there and just take anything off of anybody a lifetime just to have somebody. That's not me. Kudos to those who do, but that ain't me. Good morning, Miss Jean. Enjoying my coffee and listening. Okay, Princess. Okay, let's get on down here. I got my coffee too. It's probably cold over there now. Um, Everyone, please. They did good with the lax. Give me two more, and I'll be thankful. It's free. Yes, Lord. Come on, Ms.V. I think I got to a few people this morning that may have been going through some changes in life. And that's what my chatting is all about. Motivation, inspiration, education. We're going to have humor. We're going to have fun. Yeah, I want you to leave in a better place than you came. Um, if you come in here and you leave the same way and you didn't pick up nothing today, I failed. I didn't do my job. I might as well go on by my business and be a reaction channel and just sit up and talk about people. That ain't chatting with Miss V. Yes, to just that she changed her name again. She says she got two channels now. And the other one is her backup. We talking about Miss P, never a preacher. I don't think God ever will call me to preach. To teach, yes. I could be a very good teacher in the classroom even today because I'm generally concerned about people learning. And I'm a student for life. Bama say, listen to just we never know who Yo-Yo is going to be today, and we don't. If somebody's been bothering her, that's what it's going to be. You're going to know who been bothering her by what her handle is. But New Beginnings is, I guess, her real page. And the other names are her second page now, her backup page. Yep, that's what she's saying. That's her backup page. People have their own way of letting you have it these days. They ain't got to come out here and go back and forth with you. Because a person that continues to do that, you just showing how miserable you really are. When you just got to keep coming out here going back and forth with these people. I'm not wasting my time like that. I'm just not. Because it gets to a point with me, I don't care what the person going forward or the person going backwards said. It doesn't. It ain't got nothing to do with my life. I got to keep it moving at some point. Bama say, yes, when I see it, I get on. And that's when they're going to get upset with you, when you get on. Because you were obviously a host that they were attached to for whatever reason. And you're very strong-willed. You have a mindset of your own. You're not a follower. And you're about taking care of you and yours. And if they can't find the need to keep you in their company, then they're going to become toxic to you. So you have to do like Ms.V. Get on and move on. It ain't going to make no difference one way or the other. Yo-Yo is agreeing with me. Simon of Cyrene was forced to help His Majesty Jesus carry his cross. Okay, Chase. Miss P is loving it. She said, talk about it. Friend, I forgot about the second channel. Okay, that's to Yo-Yo. Miss Betty says she know what I'm talking about. A lot of us in here of age, you definitely know. Hmm. A lot of those in here listening know too that are younger. And they know that what I'm saying is true because they experiencing it right now. They sure do. It's all about money with people these days. And it's just destroying the world. Money is. Uh the billionaires of the world are now engaged in running this country. And I'm just sitting back looking at it. Like I say, it's really not going to affect me that much. I'm not in the working world where I can't leave it at any time I choose to. I'm not suffering for anything, nothing. So I just try to stay at peace and be happy and go on about my life every day. I protect my peace and energy at all times. That's why I laugh at these characters. And that's your way of letting them know it really doesn't matter. We all have our ways. Mine is ignore, walk away. Yep. Because if it bothered me about you leaving me or talking about me, I come out here and I tell you. But since I don't, it's bothering you, not me. Uh Yo-Yo say roaches. Yeah, some kind of pest. Mosquito, rat. It's something. Just this undesirable that you wouldn't want in your life or in your home. Obama, continue your laughing. It's needed daily and is. Good morning, Diva. Thank you for coming over to share in the chat this morning. Diva the boss. Sure will, Miss Audrey. Only time I ain't laughing when Scooty is woke. You can't. You got that little boy's got a lot of energy like children do, and he's a little boy. You know, he's got to work all that off during the day. What it do, Diva? Says Bama. Would any of you in the chat empower the energy draining friend or distance yourself? I think everybody in this chat is pretty much going to distance themselves. Who needs the energy drained out of them? Energy is not easy to come up with every day, all day long. I'm blessed as being a high uh level energy person. I have to watch sugar in my diet. I really do because I'm so full of energy every day, all day long. And even as I'm aging, God has blessed me to still have the energy to get up and do what I need to do, what I want to do. And I'm just blessed with that. In my younger years, I was moving so fast and in a hurry, I never thought I'd even be around at this age. But that's how I accomplished what I did. I didn't just sit around and think about it. I got up and made it happen. And I thank God for having the discernment to do that. I saw Charlene when she came in. I think her name was Charlene Bailey. Do y'all know her? I don't know her. Do you want to know her? But Bama wants you to get on down the road, and so does Miss V, because you don't matter not to me. Unless you want to pay some bills. You want to do that? Because we can't go nowhere together. We can't do nothing together. You're miserable to even come in here with positive thinking people this morning. Go get the help you need. Okay? Chase is saying, Mr. Gist, it depends on the situation. And we're waiting on your cooking live, says Miss Audrey. Yeah, Diva can cook. I've been watching her now almost 2 years in the kitchen. You know, never coming into the chat too much because I'm busy when I'm listening to her. But I always try to hit that like button. And she's brought some great recipes out here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, Miss P say she would totally distance herself. That's who I am. I don't need that. I don't need no energy draining, energy vampire in my life. Okay, you're gonna bring some recipes soon. Okay, Diva is a hairdresser and she works. So I've been down that road too. And that can be very draining on you too. All those different personalities sitting in your chair and you being the artist of their hair for the day. And everybody wants it to be the bomb. Like when they walk out the door and your tips will show your work in my shop accordingly. Some days it was 10, some days it was 20, some days they gave me 100, maybe it was 75, keep the change. Mhm. I had some good days in there. And I look back on that, I'll have no regrets. 17 years, 17 wonderful years. Even going through menopause in there, they made my day. I look forward to my clients coming in. Yep. And trying to make them look beautiful as they went out. Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing, Miss Mary? It's been a minute. I hope all is well. Trying to put it together. We can read. Says Bama. Hey, Latina. Good morning. Come on, Miss V. You speaking nothing but facts. I'm enjoying this so much. Thank you, Miss P. And thank you for coming into the chat this morning. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Yo-Yo is saying facts. I love that, Miss V. Chase. That's right, Miss V. Facts. So I'm glad we are in agreement. Okay? That makes the chat even better. When two or three are gathered in his name and we can come to agree or agree to disagree, it's a great live. My Chase, His Majesty Father God is going to get me through whatever I'm going through. Fact. I've been here long enough to know that. This pain will end. Nothing lasts forever, Chase. Nothing. Not even your life. Okay? Hey, Carla. My pain will end. My sins are forgiven. Yes, he's a good God. Thank God he ain't like some of us. Because some people ain't gonna never forgive you, and they can't forgive you for anything you've done. It's in their minds. That's a sad situation. Say that family, friends, etc. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't have anything to do with your life or your lifestyle, why would it matter? Uh-uh. Sometimes we hold on to things too long in life. And then you look back and you say, man, that was 5 years of my life wasted. That was 20 years of my life wasted. You cannot go back and pick up those pieces. That time and that age in life is gone. You got to start where you are now, moving forward. Anything that happened before this year, I can't do nothing about it now. It is what it is, and it was what it was. I got to keep going. I got more life ahead of me. Hopefully. Why waste it? Everyone sip your coffee and enjoy your breakfast and embrace this topic. And Ms. V, aka Precious, speaking facts. Thank you, Miss Audrey. And I'm glad to have the support team around me that I do. It's women and men who are either going through it or been through it that know that what I'm saying, you either have faced it or you will face it. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect in life. Nobody. There's only been one person, perfect person, that has walked this earth. And we're not him. We should try to be more like him, but that comes in time. When you start going through all the changes and the situations in life, it'll bring you closer to him. Nobody can take you to him but you. You got to see it for yourself. Audrey, she is most definitely Prussian, and I'm here for it. Truth speaks. Thank you, Miss P. Come on, Miss V. Woo, I'm over here screaming. You are on it. I soak it up and keep it moving. You got to. Well, you don't even really have to soak it up. You can leave it anytime you want to. I can pull out of a conversation anytime I want to. I ain't got to wait to hear the end. And I'm so good at it now. Y'all that caught that live with Miss Margaret, and we was talking about the pastor, and he was preaching to me 2 Sundays. And when I went out the door, I told him, I said, oh, you was preaching to me today. And I didn't even stop to hear what he had to say. I knew he was preaching to me. From what he said something about that person who gave that donation on your channel. Ain't nobody else in that church got a channel but me and Yolanda. She over there on Facebook. I don't know what she doing, but she hadn't even been there in a couple of Sundays. She's suffering with breast cancer. So y'all throw some prayer hands up for my friend Yolanda Davis. She's a content creator over on Facebook. We attend church together. We've been friends for years. But he was talking to me. He wasn't talking to Yolanda. And she was like, well, what was his response? I don't know. I hit the door every Sunday. He be out there. I give him an elbow. I give him a dap. And I'm gone. I don't stick around. Worst thing you can do is get involved in gossiping at the church house. I'm out of there. Sometimes I go through the kitchen not to even go through the front door. He pick up on that too. He saw me in the service, but he didn't see me coming out the door. Man, I just be ready to go on about my business. Tracy saying it's all fraudulent. Miss P is agreeing. Yeah, they have to have people with them to try to come against you. But I stand alone, but with God. Exactly. Can't nobody come against you. They don't even know you to come against you. And even if they did know you, even if they had been in your presence or in your life, it ain't that job to come against you. That's why they always fail. They're never going to pass the test unless you allow them. If you allow them to get in your head and get in your brain, that's on you. I ain't got time for them. They ain't rent no space in my head. They'll let me rent space in their head. Who talking about who? Okay then. This just happened to me. Wow, Ms.V, keep sowing into us. This is so good. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and it never will. That's biblical. It may form, but it won't work. A lot of times we don't have patience, especially in our younger years, and we tend to snap so quickly when it's really a waste of time. Who cares? You don't even really care about that person, but you let them get in your head. They can't get in this head. Too many years and too many tears without them, and I made it. Now I'm going to let you come out here and destroy me. No, you're destroying yourself. You're telling the people who you are. You're not telling them who I am, because I don't know you and you don't know me. They will abuse you. Friends and family. Don't you forget family. We're coming back with family dynamics real soon. I'm going to have a co-host with family dynamics. We're going to talk about how family can do you too. We all got them. It's going to be in every family. Everything you got, I got it too. If you got one that's been to jail, I got one that's been to jail. If you got one that's been on drugs, I got one that's been on drugs. If you got one that has gone to the top of the ladder as a doctor or a lawyer, I got one. Whatever you got, I got. Just different family. That's it. You got one that's always going to keep up confusion and mess. I got one. You got one that wants to run and dictate everything. Narcissistic behavior. I got one. You just got to know how to operate with them people. And as I've aged, I don't tend to go around them. If I know who they are, man, I ain't got time for you to pluck my nerves today. I already know where you coming from. So I don't be bothered with them. I don't go around people that's not fun and not happy and miserable and sad all the time. Yeah, we all gonna have bad days. But every time I see you, it's the same old thing. Nope. Good morning, Miss Vivian. How you doing? Happy Saturday. You have an amazing day also. And I thank you for hitting that like button. Miss Laurie, that is so true. Everybody has their own cross to bear. I can't bear yours and you can't bear mine. I can't pack the weight of the world on my shoulder that belongs to you. Just like you can't pack mine. Whatever I've been through, whatever I've gone through lately, all these deaths, that's what you come here. You come here dying. Once you are born, you start dying. Just slow progress. Yeah. And eventually that day comes. Um, you're good. Yeah, I try to stay good. Nobody cares anyway, whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad. You have very few people that's going to come in your life that's really going to be sincerely happy for you. They'll pretend, they'll lie like they are, but in the end, you'll know. Yeah, you will. Um, That's it. I've come to the end of the road. We've been on here an hour and 21 minutes. For those of you who are members over here, subscribers over here, I appreciate you. Those of you who donate and have shared for the cause, thank you. I will be back later. I'm going to go get myself together, go down here with Miss Margaret and get my stuff out my kitchen so I can get my kitchen back clean today. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll see you guys a little later this afternoon. Take care until then. Have a great day. Love and peace. I'm out.